which is real pissed at the police and real pissed at white people, which is just a general MO, for black people.
Right.
So the fact that this black man maybe killed his wife, maybe not, we don't know at the time. But the fact that, a black person got away with something,
but then
it was really more so just like, it wasn't even about OJ, it was about the principle of it all. Like, a black person didn't get committed for a crime that they did probably do. And this black people get committed for crimes that they don't do all the time.
So this probably matches our 5.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like,
we're even now. Yeah, let us get 1 for the 5 you took. Exactly, I get that. But then the slap in the face was, the nigga was basically saying, I'm not even black, I'm OJ.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. And that's why y'all went to jail the next time, nigga.
Yeah. Because
listen, the black ancestors will hold you up as long as you act accordingly. As soon as you start doing some fuck shit, they be like, all right. And they remove those hands and put it behind their head, and they be like, all right, well, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, because we told you, black ass. You see how Stacey Dash is aging. When black people do wrong, they start aging wild crazy. You see Kanye gained all that weight. Bill Cosby looked like somebody ran over his face. Like, you just don't age well. You just don't age well. Yeah. Angela Bassett been minding her fucking business since What's Love Got to Do with It. She's fucking 60, looking 25.
Amen.
You gotta mind your business.
Amen.
Okay, Oprah's a bad example. Oprah works really hard and has bags. But besides Oprah's bags, Oprah look good. Oprah got a nice, thick, full head of hair, Oprah just out here living her best life.
You know what? As much as people, and I also want to throw a good name in there, Al Sharpton be doing the good work for the people.
He does, but something.
We always give him shit.
His face is in a sunken place.
Nah,
literally.
We always give him shit, but you don't hear too many crazy scandals about Al. They may have tried to mix him up with trying to be some.
We'll talk after the show. Because I know some things and
that he's trying to get ahead and work the system. But I'll say, listen, he's doing he minds his business, but he's also looking out for the people. He ain't been caught up in no messiness.
This is true. That's it. This is true.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it right there.
We'll leave it right there. Okay.
But yeah, so a big fuck you to Bill Cosby,
Kanye West. Let's just jump right into it. I want to say this to Kanye, and I want to be really real with you guys, and I'm be real, and I'm speak from the heart. And this has happened to me where you just start mouthing off and you say things and there's nobody around to check you. That's a problem. There's been times I've said things on Facebook and Malcolm has texted me and said that's problematic. What the fuck are you talking about? That you should reword that. That's not right. And you know what?
It's not me trying to police you.
And it's not trying to police me.
I just want to protect you.
Chastise me.
Because I know what will come. I know what will happen.
And it's not even me having, because sometimes you have good intentions on what you're trying to say, or maybe you don't. Maybe you do have an agenda, but it's also good of the people, of friends and family, to check one another. Or also, Kanye, don't feel too big to fucking ask for opinions for those around you. I have a total support system. Like, I'll ask somebody, hey, does this picture look okay before I post it? Like, should I phrase this word this way, or should I change this? Because I believe that not only am I a representation of myself, I'm a representation of the people I connect with and hang out with. I don't want people to be around me and say, oh, this guy's about that or he's about this, because I'm connected with people no matter what, whether it's a small group or a large group or a brand or anything. It's just, it's sometimes connected to a representation, and you don't want to necessarily make it look sloppy. And I think
but if you're gonna go with that point, look who if we're going like based on like sloppy and like who his people are, it's those fucking Kardashians. So like,
I don't mean that either. I mean, like,
yeah, I know you don't, but that's what it is though.
I mean, like
we're not talking.
I'm not trying to call out
the Pusha T's and the Big Sean's and the Jay-Z's, and
because you know those are not even really his.
The dearly departed. If Donda West was here, like those are the people, like his cousins from Chicago. Shantae, his cousin. I just made that up, but you get my point. Like those people that really know Kanye West, not Kanye Kardashian. Like those niggas that know Kanye wearing the backpack and fucking around on the skateboard every now and again, West. And those people are not in his life anymore. Jay-Z's a prime example. We watched that whole thing, like,
you know what, you do
dissipate in front of us.
You make a good point, because I think that most of those relationships that he had at one point are very business-esque now. It's like time, like we'll speak to you from time to time, but it's not like on a daily, like on a run thing.
And like, and this is no shade to her, but like even Kanye's girlfriends have progressively, to me, gotten less and less about it. So I feel like the girl that Kanye was with when we first met him was like, I just assumed some black girl from Chicago. I forget what her name is, but like it was to the point where like we kind of got to know her a little bit, and it's like she seemed about it.
Right.
After that, at least publicly, was Amber Rose. Amber Rose, again, not a bad woman, but not as about it as the first girlfriend seemed.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you know, about it enough. You know, Amber Rose, she on her fake feminism shit, whatever it is, you know, so be it. And then we go from Amber Rose to Kim Kardashian, who is now like completely on the way other side of the spectrum. So, and somebody actually, I think Diddy tweeted it, or Busta Rhymes, or Snoop Dogg, but somebody was basically Snoop, and I forgot what the quote was exactly. Basically, it was like, you know, Kanye is a prime example of like how the woman in your life can really shape your life, because Jay-Z not out here wilding like that, and not to her own horn, but you know, Beyonce's out here, you know, making it happen. Because I feel like if Kanye was married to Beyonce, there's no way he could have got on Twitter and said anything like that.
Her name was Alexis Pfeiffer.
Yes,
that was the first. That was the girl. Y'all should go remember Alexis.
And it's just like, you know, just a certain type of, you know, woman, specifically a black woman, that is not going to accept that shit from Kanye. But because he's dating a Kardashian, or is married to a Kardashian, and has children with a Kardashian, he kind of, you know, he kind of just gets away with murder because he's Kanye. So I have just grown to realize that we're not going to get back the George Bush doesn't hate black people Kanye, and that's just what it is. Like, ever since Donda West passed, like, Kanye just hasn't been the same. And for those that actually follow Kanye's career, we have seen the decline in every stage. Like, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like, this feels like the lowest of the low.
No, this is the lowest of the low. Cause
like, this is bad.
This is almost like put him out from the trash, because you can't. It's not even that you can't forgive. You can't forget.
Yeah.
Like, how can we not forget? Like, oh, you remember 2018 when he was rooting for the guy that we all hated? Like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah.
Like, everybody,
it's tough.
Everybody knows who the opposition is,
and and unfortunately, it doesn't even hurt anymore. It's to the point where I feel like me and Kanye have been, you know, we filed for divorce back in like 2013, so now it's just finally settled. Like, now it's like it's you know what's even there's no coming back from this.
You know what's scary about this? And I don't even mean to like speak on someone's personal like life in this aspect. But,
we're doing it.
But we already did it already. But I mean,
that's all we fucking do.
That's all we fucking do. We're not trying to shade though. But I mean, like, I'm a firm believer that also that you sometimes it takes you to have to lose something to kind of either be a grace of humbleness or to be like your mercy for you to go on and be successful. And I feel like he lost his mother, and then his wife got tied up. Like, what else the fuck like has to happen?
Oh yeah, she did get tied up.
I'm not trying to, but I mean,
I was trying to be funny either. I actually forgot about that.
I mean, like,
I was trying to think like, what wife? Right, I forgot about that.
What two fucking extremes do you need?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, when you lose your mother, then maybe almost lose your wife, because Kim very well could have died that night. Like,
no, but that's
a real reality.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah, that is true. So again, it's not that. Oh, let me not say that. Kanye's meltdown or decline has made sense to me. I never thought about the Kim thing, but ideally, just like from his mother perspective, like ever since that day in 2009 or 7 or whatever year it was, like he just hasn't been the same. And at first, it was like those like little erratic, you know, spazzes, like him spazzing on Adidas or him spazzing about like, you know, hoodies and sweatshirts and shit like that. And then it's just like progressively just got more and more like, where are we going with this? So,
listen, I'm not too embarrassed or too prideful to seek help.
And that's
as a man, I'm not too like, maybe I am to say that I could go at this point right now to go seek like therapeutic help, but I mean like to sit down and talk to people like and get this out of your mind, like get it off, like that's a form of therapy if you have that pridefulness. And then the next because clearly there's something that's wearing on you that you can't get out of your system. Like he wants to put out the album cover of the man who performed the surgery on his mother. Yeah, like my guy. Yeah, I know you can't let go of that, but it's something there that you're holding on to that needs to be checked. And it's like, who do you talk to? Because ideally, the person you would talk to in your life would be either, if let's say if one of your parents passed away, you would talk to either your wife, your siblings, because they would be the closest to kin of like understanding that process, and then your wife. That's your best friend.
And who the fuck is sitting down talking to Kim Kardashian about anything? Like,
what is? I mean, I'm not trying to discredit her, but like, yeah, what is it? Because
I mean, no, let's call a spade a fucking spade.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Right.
So
smart as a doorknob. Yeah.
Anyway,
and shout out to John Legend, who was being a real genuine fucking friend. But don't fucking put my text.
Don't put, even if it's some funny shit. Don't put my text up on Instagram.
I mean, I liked it. I mean, you made John look like a fucking hero because somebody said, "Hey, yo."
Because originally I thought John posted it, and I was like, "That is so outside of John Legend's character." And then I went back and like looked again, and I was like, "Oh, Kanye put this shit up." That makes much more sense.
But it was like, "Halo, listen." But then
he was. Hey, it's JL. I was like, "Oh, so he don't never talk to this nigga." He don't never text him. If you gotta text one of your friends and be like, "Hey, it's Chris." What? Nigga, I know who it is. Like, your number's in my phone.
I bet you the nigga had to save the number.
Yeah, sure he did.
Before he posted that shit.
Right?
Before he screenshotted it and put it up.
John Legend not playing that shit. He probably just keeps Kanye blocked until it's time to talk to him, and then he unblocks him and be like, boom, boom, boom. That's what I got to say. Back on blocked.
And Kanye's response was respectful. Like, yo, hey, I love you. But nobody can get to him.
Nobody.
And I think we built up a monster.
Y'all built up a monster. I tapped that after graduation. After graduation, I was like, something ain't right in this water.
I mean, I've been supporting the music, but I've never been like, yo, I'm going to get these Yeezys. I don't give a fuck. I'm not that deep into it. I mean, I support what he did for the culture, but
talk about he sold more sneakers than Michael Jordan, who's been selling sneakers since Kanye was like 14 years old. I'm like, are you fucking joking?
Let's reset the conversation.
Now, what you might have done maybe is made the most money off of one pair of sneakers because your sneakers are like $800. So like, if you sold, I'm pretty sure, like, 30 of those, you probably made a nice dent in, like, a Jordan comparison to, like, some 12s or some shit. I don't know, Jordans like that. But this you get my point.
This is the attitude he has, like, larger-than-life type of bravado, and I think we are...
I think the last time I truly enjoyed a Kanye moment on TV or anything was when he went on 106 in Park and did the face-off for 50 Cent on September 11th when their albums dropped on the same day.
That was real, like...
And I think that's the last time I really, like, remember running to the TV for Kanye West. And everything after that has kind of just been like, nah.
Yeah, because that was
I'll see it when I see it.
That was a good route because, of course,
And that was graduation, so...
That wasn't graduation, was it?
Yeah, that was graduation. I forget what 50's album was then, but...
I think it was Animal or something like that.
Yeah, that was definitely graduation.
Of course, we knew that 50 Cent, like, wasn't, like... He was the villain, but at the same time, 50's our guy. They were just two guys. And it was a total opposite, and it was like,
I actually think it helped both of them.
It did. Like,
I think people just wanted to buy both to be like, who has the better album?
Yeah, let's champion for the guy who clearly 50 was the underdog, but Kanye was the underdog and a bullying. Because what other way could 50 Cent go at Kanye than album sales? Because it would have looked corny. You know what I mean? So it was more of a fun. Type of competitiveness. That was very fun.
That's rich people shade.
Yeah,
like I'm putting my album out the same day as yours.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't have no album to put out. So what that mean?
There's one other thing. I'm looking for my notes. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my phone.
Sorry. One thing I want to say first. I've seen Beachella like 17 billion more times. That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is when my queen speaks, the world listens. There you go. I haven't even been drinking. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth. Change the game when that digital drop. What did she say on stage 2 weeks in a row? In the hood, hollering free Meek. And what happened the next Wednesday?
Yep.
Meek came home.
Yeah.
Because my queen, I just wanted to speak something on my life so I can too.
That was the last thing. I'm glad you got to it because I was like, you threw me off there.
I know I did. But I was gonna bring it back home.
I was like that was what I was gonna bring up. But thank God.
Yeah. I was surprised it happened.
And you know what?
And like a true nigga, the first thing he did was go to a basketball game. Then go see his kid.
You're not gonna go home.
Then go kiss his mama.
You're gonna get a plate. But
I'm gonna go take a shower and go to the game.
But they was there.
And they won.
They were there in attendance. His kid was there.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
okay. I did see his son there. Right. Yeah. I saw a picture.
But someone, you know what? He said, he tweeted or he put up on Instagram, I forgot, like, time to motivate the hood back. And I think for my generation in particular, I think he relates a lot to, like, how I feel as a young black male and, like, get into it, like, not so, I mean, I don't believe that he's fully in the streets anymore, but he has a circle of guys who come from that era, but, get into it and making moves.
Get into the money.
Yeah, and I think that him being blocked of, you know, his greatness and his success was very corny of that judge because he's out here.
She was, I don't know what was wrong with her.
She's still on the case. She's still
I know, but still, like, she was just.
He's out here providing for his family and making opportunities for those